do it, man. So we've got game 2 between Stephano and Alive here on Crevasse. And Stephano's going to be the pink Zerg at the bottom, and Alive is going to be the purple Terran at the top. Cats, what do you think is going to happen this game?
Well, we're on Crevasse, and this was TSL Alive's pick, so something tells me he's either going to do something really off the wall or he's going to go super macro, because this is one of those maps where I've seen players, it's just as easy to go 15cc as it is to do some sort of a really cheesy cloaked Banshee or some sort of a big drop or something like that and just catch your opponent off guard. So
did Alive just say GG?
Well, no, he was just saying GG at the beginning of the game, like,
okay.
Good game.
Okay.
You know, good game. You're good.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, you're right. This is a map, Crevasse, where you can see the 15cc, or you can see a very strange game, because there's a lot of places to proxy. There's a lot of different things you can do, especially that they've spawned close by air. Banshees are definitely something that we could see. But I'm more inclined to believe that we're going to see a macro game here. However, I don't think it's going to be a long one, simply because the rush distance by ground, it's not too far away, and there are destructible rocks, I believe.
Oh,
no, actually, no, not on this spawn point. But actually, that makes things even worse, because, look, it's just a couple of... Oh, there are the rocks. There they are. So, yes, I knew there were some rocks around there somewhere. Those rocks will actually make this, it's possible that this game could end pretty quickly from some kind of a concerted ground push.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, though, is that cheese is always high risk to high reward. You know, you do it or you want to throw a coin flip or something like that. It almost has a higher risk to reward ratio here, but if it's actually pulled off, it can be really, really effective. So some sort of a big, just, like I said, cheesy all-in style push through the air or something like that is actually kind of cool. Nonetheless, it looks like Alive is setting up for a pretty conventional macro game. Of course, on the flip side of things, from cheesy play, I've seen games on this map just go like an hour and 20 minutes, which is certainly possible. Looks like Stephano actually going after a one-base build for a little while, has not dropped down a hatch anywhere. I'm going to take a look at Alive's vision to see if he has scouted his opponent. No, he is playing completely in the dark at the moment. So it seems like Stephano could have gotten away with a quick hatch.
And he is going to go ahead and go for the hatch, but not as quick as he could have, because of course he got the gas in the pool first. But he's going to have the speed out for his Zerglings. He's going to have a lot of Zerglings on the map, and that's just to deal with Alive if Alive decided to do some kind of a 2 barracks attack. So, it is a little surprising to me, though, that Stephano didn't go for the 15 hatch on this map. It's a map, most maps Zerg already 15 hatch against Terran anyways.
And let's actually take a look at Stephano's vision. I guess he got up. No, the only scouting he's done was with that Overlord. Unless he couldn't have spotted an SCV in the middle of the map, though. So he actually didn't know where his opponent was before he decided to make the decision to go for that early speedling.
It kind of plays into that decision, if anything.
So, yeah,
because if he doesn't know where his opponent is, he can't scout him, then he's just, like, scared. And he thinks, hey, if I'm getting cheese, I better get a 14 gas, 14 pull first.
Yeah, certainly. He knows right where his opponent
we have a
is now.
Starport coming down.
Yes, indeed. So,
and what is that building on the right?
That is just a supply depot for now.
Okay.
Yep. And it looks like this SCV is going to grab a few minerals on its way back.
Why not?
Cute. I like it. We are going to see a tech lab going on. He actually pulled his barracks off of the wall to put on this tech lab right away. He's counting on the fact that there's going to be no early Zergling pressure while he switches the tech from the starport onto the barracks and then slaps the barracks back down at the front.
And the reason why he's counting on that is because he's pushing out across the map with 4 Marines and a Hellion. So he's going to try to pressure Stephano and hope that Stephano defends here rather than goes for a Ling run-by. 8 Lings in production are now, and Spinecrawler and Speed on the way, but there is that Starport in the main, and I want to see what he's going to do with the Starport. Is he going to go for Banshees? He's got Tech Lab, there's the Banshee, and one thing that's going to play very well for Stephano is, for Alive, is the fact that Stephano's natural is located right there. Literally, the air distance is in your face. So Alive is going to be able to get that Banshee in and do some good damage. Meanwhile, though, the Lings are going to be able to surround these Marines across the middle of the map, and it looks like that's enough Lings to kill off the Marines.
Yep, and Hellion's going to get a little bit more damage done and then scoot on back home. A lot of those Lings are very, very critically injured. One good burst would actually take most of those out. Who's going to win? Looks like the Ling just at the last second.
Goodness.
But this is a Banshee attack behind an expansion, so he went for quick Banshee, but it's not like this is all in by any stretch of the imagination, as there is another expansion just finishing up.
Yeah, it wouldn't be all in unless Alive decided to throw down like 2 starports or something crazy like that.
Right.
He's just doing a 1 starport. Banshee opening here into an expansion. It's actually kind of common against Zerg. I've also seen a play on this is you can actually go in with Banshees and Blue Flame Hellions as well at the same time, but it doesn't look like we have Hellions on the way, and the Banshee has already made its way over to the natural, has gotten 2 kills, Evo Chamber immediately being thrown down, 2 Evo Chambers, so if that one gets sniped, another one will go up, but I think the Queen alone is going to be able to deflect that Banshee after getting 4 kills.
Yep, 4 kills alone, though. Has a Viking coming up as well to snipe a couple of Overlords that are sitting around. Even take a little bit of damage from the Queen, so the Banshee's going to do a little bit more work.
Oh.
But this Banshee, with 4 nice kills, going to come on back home, get a nice repair, and we'll be good to go. So, Marines warding away those Zerglings. Zerglings are going to start going to work on the destructible debris. It's going to force Alive to position his units to the side a little bit, or even drop down the supply depots. He'll probably do that whenever he gets a couple of units out of his factory. Now the Viking's going to make its way out and start killing a couple of... Oh! Zerglings actually slipped into the base.
Yeah, the Zerglings were allowed into the base. That was actually a pretty good scout because it saw the building placement and the number of barracks that have gone down for Alive, and that's pretty important. You want to know right then and there, is the Terran player going to continue the starport production, or is he going to switch down into bio, or is he going to switch into heavy mech? So the Zerglings were worth their weight in gold. And it looks like in return, Alive is going to go ahead and pop off an Overlord in the middle of the map. And that actually is pretty good because it's going to clear the airspace and make it impossible for Stephano to see any incoming drops, which 2 dropships are now on the way.
And the Spore Crawler down at the main was not done yet, and this Banshee is going to get himself a few more kills. 9 kills already, 10 kills. Gets an 11 that has to turn around.
Oh,
goes down, but a 10-kill
down.
Banshee is well worth the investment.
Oh yeah, that 10-kill Banshee, anytime a Banshee gets to the double digits, it's definitely worth the investment. It's like investing into Microsoft 30 years ago.
It just returned 1,000 times its investment.
Yeah.
But 2 more barracks coming up, so this is a
You
primarily...
look like a Wall Street stock trader.
I do?
Sorry, I had to say that.
Funny. I know nothing about Wall Street
It's the
stock
hat.
trading.
I think it's the hat.
Yeah,
There it is, the drop
Pretty
though.
good.
I was mentioning this before. The dead airspace cleared out by the Vikings, and now it looks like Stephano no idea about this drop coming in. Finally, the Marines getting in there and doing some pretty good damage. Gonna pop off that Overlord. A couple of Infestors are on the way, as well as Lings, but those Infestors do not have the Pathogen Gland upgrade completed yet. So it looks like Stephano is gonna take some critical damage here. Queen's now having to be brought off the line. They're targeting the dropships, no doubt. A couple transfuse going off, and will Stephano be able to push away these Marines? It doesn't look like it.
No, he really doesn't have anything on the field. He was committing over to Infestor Tech at the same time, but more drones are going to go down. It's actually critical economic damage being done. Does last Queen get a fall? There it is. There's the well played, and Stephano is out of the game.